contemplating all of my goals. Look, will I fold or will I chase them? I got adversity, two options. I can handle it purposefully or I can let it. Gun up for war, point out the target, show me the giants. Hold your applause, just getting started, sending the lions. Ambition ain't for the weak, I see it before I speak. Ready and willing, is you ready
but
for
I'll
me?
Find a way, with or without your aid. Oh, you try to make me stay. Now there's nothing you can say, but I'll find a way.
Now I ain't looking for handouts, I'm looking to stand out. Got the vision coming, watch how it pans out. I've been writing my plans down, trying to stay focused, put out the notice. Who the GOAT is, me hands down, yeah. No time for arguments, I cut out the politics, no. It's all my competence, I could cause your apocalypse. Ambition, it ain't for the weak, get it even when I sleep. Ready and willing, what you ready
But
to
I'll
say?
find a way, with or without your aid. Oh, you try to make me stay. Now there's nothing you can say, 'cause I'll find a way, with or without my sails. Oh, you try to make me stay. Now there's nothing you can say, but I'll find a way.
Ambition ain't for the weak, I see it before I speak. Ready and willing, is you ready for me?
Oh, you try to make me stay. Now there's nothing you can say, 'cause I'll find a way, with or without my sails. Oh, you try to make me stay. Now there's nothing you can say, but I'll find a way.
Welcome. Is it Sunday morning? It's Sunday morning at Fergie Jenkins Field here at Rotary Park. My guest is Trent Sillett, and Trent, one of the great ball players of all time, Ernie Banks. He had a great saying. Anybody remember that saying? Let's play two. You got it, Dave Nordoff, and we're going to play two here at the old ballpark. Trent, I got a nickname for you. I think this crowd is going to start calling you that. We might even make up T-shirts. Hoover. He's like a vacuum cleaner at first base, folks. Isn't he? What plays he has made for us. There you go, Hoover. Hey, Trent, talk to us a little bit. You're from London, Ontario, the Forest City. Talk to us about playing minor ball that way.
Yeah, so grew up just playing London ball, getting into the competitive circuit there, and just playing for the Tecumsehs for a little while, which are now the Talons, and then went over to the Badgers organization where I played 5 years there, and went on, played college at Goshen with Eric Pettipies in Goshen, Indiana, and then graduated there this spring, and now second year with the Barnstormers.
Oh, and we are thrilled that you're wearing the Barnstormer colors for us. That's for darn sure, Trent. Hey, listen, I often wondered your approach at the plate, right-hander versus a left-hander. What is there anything different things you look for?
I think you just want to look for stuff out over the plate. With the ball coming from the other side, it's a little bit tougher for him to get in on your hands. Guy did a good job last night of kind of making us go against that approach, but finding stuff the other way to stay back on and drive.
Right on. Well, listen, folks, I can't help but think what a tremendous play you made last night at first base. You dove and then got up and dove to try to get to first base. Wasn't that a heck of a baseball play by this kid? I'm telling you. Ladies and gentlemen, he's from London. We love him. It's Trent Sillett.
Thank you.
Mike Renier, sending it up to you and my grade 11 history teacher and phys ed, Mr. E. Myers, former CCI Cougar.
Thank you, Peter Cobb, the legendary Peter Cobb. It's impossible not to like. I just had the wrong headset on. It's a morning broadcast. I had the wrong headset on.
Give us a little time. Get it together.
Sunday morning, that's all my fault. Thanks to Peter Cobb. I was going to say it's impossible not to like Peter. He's amazing. Along with another guy who's impossible not to like. He is Ed Myers. Good morning. My name is Mike Renier. Sunday morning baseball. This is kind of feeling a little weird, but kind of awesome. It's a nice day for baseball and a nice day to play, too.
It is. It's a looks like a beautiful day. It's going to get hot, and there's a little breeze coming in from center field. That will keep us a little bit cool. But We have a few people wandering in just a few minutes before the first pitch. And both teams are lined up ready to go. The Barnstormers will be wearing their traditional road uniforms, while Barrie's wearing their home uniforms. I'm sure they'll flip for the second game.
So the second of three here, the rain out from Friday night makes this one a morning ball game. And a good game that we saw last night. A really good starting matchup, and it did not disappoint as advertised, with the two starting pitchers doing an amazing job last night, both at least making it past 7 innings with Akatsuka. And Garces last night was just lights out for the Baycats. So it was great. And if you're on the Barnstormers' point of view, kind of a rough time with the bullpen, and they just kind of let it slip away in the 8th and the 9th.
Yeah, they definitely ate up 7 innings each for no other reason in a 3-game series with 2 games ahead today. I'm sure if you were a manager, you'd be concerned about your pitching staff and how many pitchers you would need on the Saturday night game. And certainly they both went 7. They got a lot of problems. They pitched very well. It was a really good ball game. And I said last night, if you're a baseball fan and you walked away from that game thinking you didn't get what you were looking for, then I don't know what you're looking for, because it was a really exciting game.
It's going to be a warm one for sure, so hopefully everyone's nice and hydrated, has their sunscreen here at Fergie Jenkins Field. But otherwise, beautiful day for baseball as the Barnstormers look to get back in the win column after a tough loss last night. 5-2, the Baycats able to walk away in the last couple of innings in the start of a 3-game set. So we'll play 2 here today, and it's another full day in the IBL. Only the Welland Jackfish have the day off. We've got 2 here, and then 3 other games going on the IBL this afternoon. We'll talk about that as the day goes along. Here as our pregame show continues with Great Lakes Gymnastics, and we will come back with the pregame show coming up here in just a few minutes at Fergie Jenkins Field. Right now we have a conversation with one of the fan favorites of the Barnstormers for the second year. He's catcher Mitsuki Fukuda.
Number 45, Mitsuki Fukuda with me now. It's an honor. First thing I gotta bring up, I gotta hear. Your Sons of Kent beer can. You were one of the 6 players on the can. This must be pretty cool. You're looking pretty good on that can. Was that a cool feeling?
I like it. Yeah.
I love it. So your second season with the Barnstormers. Did you play in Canada before you came to Chatham-Kent last year, or was that your first time in Canada?
Okay, yeah, it's
last
just
year?
weird. It's like a lot of sorts, but it's on the other end.
カナダに来たのは2022年が初めてで、オタワでその2年間過ごして、そこから去年チャタム
Oh,
に
maybe.
2022 was the first time I came to play baseball in
Blackbird
Canada.
Media, yeah.
It was
yeah.
he played for the Ottawa Titans, so
I
that's
didn't
where he
even
played
notice.
before, and then he came to Chatham.
And you're young, you're only 25, from Japan, of course. I don't think the braveness that a lot of these players have is talked about enough at all. I can't imagine that experience.
It's
Were you
strange to
nervous
me,
at all
there's
to
nobody
leave
guarding the
Japan,
doors.
leave your home, and come
I
to
could
a
have brought
different
in
country to
coffee
play?
and
最初
you don't mind?
やっぱ来た時はちょっと緊張したり、英語全然わかんなかったし、そういうのもあったけど、でも野球をするっていうのは変わんなかったから、
Woo! I
そう
brought
いう
my own
面では
stuff in.
まあ人よりかはそもそも緊張はしないのかな。
I was very nervous when I first came because I didn't know how to speak English or anything like that. I'd been to the country. But baseball is baseball, so probably compared to other people who would come to Canada, since he knew at least that he would be able to play baseball, he didn't feel as nervous.
Awesome, that's great. And everyone here is so welcoming too. Everyone loves you. You played very, very well last season, of course, but I have to say, I'm hearing so many comments about how your game has gotten even better the second season with the Barnstormers. How did you spend the off season? You must have been practicing and playing baseball nonstop.
シーズンは去年シーズン終わって3ヶ月間ロスに行って、それでもう毎週ずっと3試合4試合試合をするっていう感じの過ごし方を3ヶ月して、そこから日本に戻って少し休んで、でそこから2月にメキシコに行く機会ができて、そこでカリビアンシリーズを経験して、で、それで、まあその経験が一番大きくて、レベル高いし、メジャーリーガーもいっぱいいたから、まあそういう中でやれたっていうのは一番自分の自信になったかなっていう。
So right after the season, I spent 3 months practicing and training in Los Angeles. It was so he was able to play games, so 3 games a week in Los Angeles, and then from there he took a little bit of time off, went back to Japan. And then from there, he got the opportunity to play in the Caribbean Series in Mexico. So he went there to play games there, and he said that it gave him a lot of confidence playing with a lot of high-level XMLB, MLB type of players.
Wow, what an exciting life you live. And lastly, you're a fan favorite. I need to ask you though, does that add any pressure to your game? Does it make it easier for you? Do you not even think about it at all? You kind of have those blinders on going into each game?
あんまそんななんかナーバスになることは考えてなくて、まあただ、自分がただいいプレーすることを心がけてて、それでいいプレーができればファンが喜んでくれるしっていう、ただファンはこうリアクションしてくれるから、まあ僕はただいいプレーを心がけて、まあやるだけだなと思ってます。
It doesn't make me nervous at all. All I do is just try to make as good plays as I can, and making good plays makes the fans really go crazy for me, which just makes me get better and better.
Well, thank you, Mitsuki. We appreciate not only your great gameplay, but you always seem so darn happy too. I think everyone, it's almost contagious. So thanks for joining me today, and good luck with the rest of the season, season 2.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Arigato.
And morning baseball, you got to love it on this Sunday, nice summer day. Some would say nice, some would say very, very, very humid. And it's only 10:55 in the morning. Welcome back to Barnstormers Baseball and the IBL. Barnstormers Live. Mike Renier along with Ed Myers. Cole Dupuis, our producer this morning, is always doing a fantastic job. Dan Dominguez, our statistician. We're all back here for a doubleheader of baseball here in the IBL as we take a look at your starting lineups for game number 1. First of all, for the Barrie Baycats, top of the lineup looking very similar from last night. You've got Brandon Hernandez. He was 3 for 5 last night. He's at shortstop. Hayden Jaco at third base. Hayden had a 1 for 5 game last night. Nolan Macabrota, he pretty much changed the game late last night. He's at first base and batting third. He had that 2-run home run to give the Baycats a lead at 3-2, erasing a short-lived Barnstormers lead, and the Baycats went on to win 5-2 last night. Willie Garcia's at right. He's batting cleanup. Tristan Clark in center field batting 5th. Noah Hall, he had a tough night last night. He's DH batting 6th. Austin Boylan getting the start at second base for the Baycats. Tyler Plumpton is back behind the plate for the second straight game in this series. He bats 8th. And James Anderson in left field, he gets a start for Barrie and batting 9th. Across the way for the Barnstormers on Blackburn Media Day. Shifted from the rainout on Friday night. Evan Morrison back in the leadoff spot. He's batting first and at second base defensively for the Barnstormers. Spencer Marcus back at the second spot in the lineup. He's in center. Matuki Fukuda, who you just heard from the pregame show, catching and batting third. Braxton Haggett getting the start. He's your cleanup hitter for the Barnstormers. Timmy Wagner Jr., who was in cleanup last night, he moved down to 5th in the batting order. Owen Constantino, he's your DH batting 6th. Sadler Goodwin, your shortstop batting 7th. Spencer Moore in 8th. He's battling, or he's not, but he's doing quite well actually in right field. He's patrolling right field. And Torrin Vasilenic, your third baseman, he's batting 9th. And Brock Whitson, your starting pitcher for the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers. And Ed, Brock Whitson is pretty reliable when he's on the mound for the Barnstormers in his second season.
He's had a very good year. He's found himself and the plate, and has been very successful to this point in time. And he's looking to become a force in the Intercounty League this year, and hopefully has a good, strong game.
Against Juan Benitez for the Barrie Baycats as we get ready for this game, and we send you to field level. And
Direct your attention to the Canadian flag, looking in center field for the singing of our national anthem, performed today by Georgia Maglario.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command, with
Excellent job from Georgia with O Canada as we get ready to go for Game 2 of this 3-game series between the Barnstormers and the Barrie Baycats. Mike and Ed back with you once again. And again, the starting lineup, starting pitchers that we were alluding to. Juan Benitez on the mound to kick things off for the Barrie Baycats. Brock Whitson for the Barnstormers. As you see the weather forecast, normally we say tonight, but hey, we're saying early, late morning this morning. And it certainly feels like mid-afternoon already in the depths of summer. It is extremely humid. Right now we're sitting at the 30 Celsius mark, but you factor in that humidity, it's pushing 40, and it's going to get a lot worse by the afternoon.
We're just glad to have a little bit of breeze, just to move the air a little bit. It's going to be warm up here, and not as warm as on the diamond, for sure. But looking forward to another exciting game. It's a great day for baseball, and that's why we wait for summer. And let's sit back and enjoy.
Brock Whitson out there taking his final warm-up pitches, and your umpires, Justin Van Horn, your home plate umpire this morning, Matthew Kinnett at first base, and Katrina Kadachi's your third base umpire this morning for the first of the double dip between the Barnstormers and the Barrie Baycats. And again, it's Blackburn Media Day with the 3D radio stations here in Chatham-Kent with Country 92.9 CFCO, 94.3 CKSY, 95.1 Cool FM, all here in Chatham. Bringing you this ball game here, and the company that graciously signs my checks Monday to Friday. So they bring you this ball game here as we're almost ready to go with Brock Whitson, who's had a great start to this 2025 season for the Barnstormers, and Brandon Hernandez stepping in to lead things off the Barrie Baycats. You see that 306 average. And Whitson ready to go to kick off this doubleheader at 11:01. First pitch is grounded to second, gobbled up, and a 4-3 put out for one pitch and one out. Morrison to Wagner, and that's a nice clean start to this day.
Certainly is. And for you people who are looking at home and away uniforms, don't forget we are wearing our away uniforms for this game. Our dark black uniforms with the stripe, and Barrie is wearing their home uniforms, which are very familiar-looking Dodger-type designer uniforms.
Yep, both very nice uniforms on both sides as Hayden Shako steps in for the Baycats. 214 average, taking his first pitch in for a strike from Whitson. 0-1. And another ground ball right back to second base. Another scoop up and a 4-3 put out once again. Second straight batter. Picked up by Morrison, flipping it over to Wagner, and quickly 2 outs. So nice start here for Brock Whitson of the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers.
Macabrota is the guy who broke everything up last night. Hit a 2-run home run in the 8th inning to pull them ahead 3-2 in a otherwise 2-1 game for the Barnstormer at that point in time.
He got all of that pitch.
Oh,
that
he's
was
a big,
no-doubter.
big, strong guy. Yeah.
292 average coming into this at-bat. Takes the first pitch just inside, a bit low, ball one. But it was a short-lived 2-1 lead for the Barnstormers last night as they scored that big run in the 7th. But a 2-run blast by Macabrota gave the Barrie Baycats a lead, and they did not relinquish it. It won at 5-2 last night. This one is chopped at the plate. This one will go backwards and foul. Evens things up at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Things are pretty quiet this morning. It's Sunday morning, and
sometimes Mother Nature's going to do that to a ball franchise.
Pretty subdued.
And another bouncer near side. This one picked up by Wagner. He'll do it himself. 3 up, 3 down. Go the Barrie Baycats at the top of the first. A clean top of the first for the Barnstormers as we go to the bottom half. A scoreless ball game on this Sunday morning. You're watching Barnstormers TV with Kent Essex Mutual Insurance Company, Ontario's trusted insurance provider.
My name is Spencer Marcus, outfielder for the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers from Chatham, Ontario. The community support has been amazing for baseball. everybody coming together. You never really thought of this town as a baseball town, more of a hockey town. I remember when I found out that Kent Essex Mutual Insurance wanted to do an interview about a hometown hero. I never thought somebody would look at just a baseball player like that. It takes a lot of support to make this team a success, and the Barnstormers wouldn't be where they are today without help from sponsors like Kent Essex Mutual Insurance.
Flip into the best summer ever at Great Lakes Gymnastics. Our PA Day, March break, and summer camps are packed with gymnastics, games, crafts, and non-stop fun, all in a safe, state-of-the-art facility. Spots are filling fast, so register today.
Get ready, Hamilton. It's the 2025 IBL Home Run Derby and All-Star Game. Hosted by the Hamilton Cardinals at beautiful Barrie Arbor Stadium. Watch the league's top sluggers crush moonshots in the Derby. Then see the best of the best go head-to-head under the lights in the All-Star Game. Grab your tickets now at HamiltonCardinals.com, because this summer, the stars shine brightest in Hamilton.
Back here at Fergie Jenkins Field, it's Mike and Ed on this Sunday morning, the first of two, a doubleheader here in CK. It's the Barrie Baycats. Very quick first inning for Brock Whitson and Chatham-Kent. So now it's the Barnstormers' turn at bat. You see the defensive lineup for the Baycats: Anderson, Clark, and Garcia left to right in the outfield. Jaco, Hernandez, Boylan, and Macabrota in the infield. Tyler Plumpton for his second straight game behind the plate. And Juan Benitez, your starting pitcher for the Barrie Baycats. And it's going to be Evan Morrison, Spencer Marcus, and Batsuki Fukuda. Usual 1, 2, 3 top of the lineup for the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers. Morrison yesterday with one hit brings that average all the way down to 389. Still incredible, and among the league's best so far this season.
He got all the blocks running. Once he started here, he was a week late in arriving, and has hit ever since. He's had no trouble making contact. He has the league's only 5-hit game this year when we played in London. And he's been a welcome addition to the Barnstormer team. Solid at second base, can also slide over to short.
This one rides a bit high. Morrison ahead of the count, 2 balls and 1 strike on the starting pitcher for Barrie, Juan Benitez. Tall right-hander. Got some good power, good speed on his pitches. This one rides into the hands a little bit of Morrison, and that will even the count back up at 2-2.
Interesting that the Barrie outfield continues to play what I would consider to be shallow in this field, and worked for them last night with the wind coming off the center field.
This one slapped at going the other way to third base. Long throw over, good speed, and just getting Evan Morrison by half a step. That long throw over from Hayden Jaco at third defensively for the Baycats. 1 up and 1 down. Here's hometown Spencer Marcus. He'll stride in here, batting second for the Barnstormers, 373. And his usual patrol of center field defensively again for the Barnstormers. Takes the first pitch in for strike. Marcus with a couple of hits last night, officially 2 for 4. Strike one pitch, another one right through the heart of the plate. And Benitez quickly ahead of the count here. No balls and 2 strikes with Fukuda waiting on deck for Chatham-Kent. The Swan, swing and a miss. Couldn't check his swing. That one kind of got up in him a little bit. And Marcus couldn't help himself, couldn't stop that swing, and a 3-pitch strikeout.
It was a good 2-strike pitch.
Yep. So again, quickly 2 outs here in the bottom half of the first inning after a quick top of the first. And Masuki Fukuda comes up here for the Barnstormers, trying to stretch this inning out. This one rides a bit high and in tight. 375 average. He's got 1 home run so far this season. The This one way in tight and just narrowly missing Fukuda, knocking him down a little bit. Two balls and no strikes as we see that one. 2-0 pitch, that was in for a strike. Hitting the heart of the plate there. 2 balls and 1 strike from Benitez. Fukuda with a sacrifice fly last night. We actually saw him a sac bunt too, which moved a couple of runners over late in that ball game.
He executed that well as everything else he's done so far in Barnstormer uniform.
2 balls and 2 strikes. He fouls this one off to the right-hand side.
Not only can throw, he can receive. He made a couple of key tags at the plate last night from with outfield assists.
2 pitch rides high, and the count is filled up. Yeah, we did see quite a few defensive gems and throws from the outfield, and Fukuda was.
He threw a guy out at first base early in the game.
Saw a little bit of everything last night.
It was a good ball game.
3-2 is just a little bit high. Ball 4 as Fukuda draws a 2-out walk. And keeps the bottom of the first inning rolling here for CK, and that'll bring up Braxton Haggith, who gets the start. Got the night off last night, and he fills up the cleanup spot in the order for Chatham-Kent. Wagner moves down to the 5th spot in the order. He's on deck now. Haggith waiting for him to warm up offensively. You see that 200 batting average.
Yeah, Braxton had a great year last year. Was he within the top 3 of batting for the Barnstormers at the end of the year before he ended up going back to school. But I'm sure if he just relaxes and focuses, he'll get out of this.
This one gets the outside edge of the plate. So again, it's Juan Benitez who's out in front, no balls and 2 strikes. And you're always pretty much dependable when you're out there in left field if you're Braxton Haggith defensively for CK. Here's the 0-2 pitch. This one bounces in the dirt, 1-2.
I consider left field to be the most difficult field in this ballpark. It's the biggest, the most gaps, and the longest left field pole. And it's hard to play sometimes, especially with the wind blowing in as it did last night. And the long grass, the long wet grass in front of him.
Takes that one just outside, evens up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The wind, if it stays the way it is right now, far less of a factor than it was last night, but still, it's noticeable. Now a throw over to first base, and Fukuda gets back there sliding. The wind was pretty much all over the place last night in different parts of the ballgame.
Whipping us around.
Yeah.
We got to a point last night where I could not hear you in the broadcast because it was blowing into the headphones, and we were sort of looking at each other, trying to figure out what we were saying.
Sitting side by side, and still a little bit of miscommunication because of the wind. Far more subdued on this Sunday morning. 2-2 pitch outside. Good eye there from Haggith.
We're going to see some movement on the bases. Hopefully Haggith gets a good pitch to swing at.
Second straight hitter gone the count full to 3-2 from Juan Benitez. Fukuda, huge lead over at first. Full count pitch. Haggith takes a hack at that and fouls it off. So Fukuda had a nice little jog up to second base there, and he'll have to jog right on back.
He's like the Energizer Bunny. Right? He can just keep going and going. So I think he's probably a favorite of Dom's. He reminds me of Dom. Dom gets up early in the morning and just goes.
He's all over the place. Every single game here. 3-2 pitch once again, and this one skied in the air to left field, hit the other way. Going back now, coming in, and making the catch out to left is James Anderson. And that will leave the 2-0 walk to Fukuda on base. We played one complete here at Fergie Jenkins Field on this late Sunday morning. We're scoreless. It's Barnstormers TV, presented by Kent Essex Mutual Insurance, Ontario's trusted insurance provider.
Still selling critical illness insurance. Still selling retirement savings plans. Still selling group benefit plans. Still selling life insurance. Still selling disability insurance.
Are you selling insurance?
Not today. Play ball.
Whether personal, agricultural, or commercial, Inyo Pest Advisors are here. Inyo. Bigger than bugs.
Back at Fergie Jenkins Field on your Sunday late morning, first of a doubleheader here in CK, the corner of Tweedsmuir and Queen. Mike Grenier along with Ed Myers here in the booth. Cole Dupuy, our producer, Dan Dominguez, our statistician, trying to keep cool the best we can here on this Sunday. And the first of two, Brock Whitson back for his second inning of work on the mound for CK. And, man, did he have really a wonderful top of the first inning. I think it was just 6 pitches where he got 3 outs.
Yeah, that's the way to do it a day like today. Be efficient if you can. And say it sort of a slower start. Fans are just sort of drifting in, sort of mellow this morning from Saturday night.
Give him a couple innings.
Oh, yeah.
They'll, I'm sure, start to fill in,
Be a lot of baseball yet today.
Yeah, they'll fill in and they'll get more excited. And it's a good day to be at the refreshment tents.
It will probably do well today.
I'm pretty sure. Already 30 Celsius and feeling a lot hotter with the humidity. Now a attempt at a bunting there from Garcia as he leads off for the Barrie Baycats in the top of the second inning.
Another big guy in their lineup.
Pitch from Whitson. Nice pitch there. Nice movement. Hits the outside part of the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. Patrolling right field defensively for the Baycats in this first game of the doubleheader. This one smoked to center field. This one's hit a long way. It is back and it is gone. No doubt about that one. As Garcia gets a hold of that pitch. And a solo home run to begin the top of the second inning for Barrie. And the Baycats have an early 1-0 lead in this Sunday morning.
Well, went a long way and it exited the park in a hurry.
And one of the longest parts of the park to hit one, so he had no doubt whatsoever about that one. Long home run for Garcia. I'll bring up Tristan Clark here for the Baycats. He had a big night last night. 271 average, and he is no stranger to a home run too, as you see there. He's hit 3 out this season so far. And right back up the middle, and this is going to sneak into center field. So first pitch swinging, and Tristan Clark, after a 3-for-4 night last night, starts this one off offensively in the right note.
It's a really nice, easy swing and meets the ball and has great results with his swing.
It started this top of the second here for the Barrie Baycats, a home run and a single. And that will bring up Noah Hull, who had a really tough night last night. He's DH this morning for this first game of the doubleheader. 4 strikeouts last night for Hull, so you need short memory when you're really in any kind of sport, and certainly with the night that Hull had last night.
And the nature of the game is you have to learn to do that. You know, today's today, yesterday was yesterday, and pick up and move forward.
Now a pickoff attempt over at first, sliding in safely is Clark.
Can't live in the past. Right?
It's a good motto for life, not just sports.
Really is.
Here's the pitch. This one, a good cut there from Hall. He fouls this one back behind us and gets the count back even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Crowd slowly starting to fill in here on this late Sunday morning. Good day for baseball.
See Lee Casera's mom, Donna, in the stands.
This one sent the
Look
other
it up.
way. Not an easy play in left field, and this is going to fall in. And it is just foul. That wasn't. That was close.
We were just talking about that last inning. Left field is a pasture out there.
Yeah.
It's a lot of territory to cover.
And it fell in foul, but not by much.
And he probably sprinted 50 yards to get to the ball. Can I say yards on this broadcast? Do you understand the yards? Do I have to say meters?
Yeah, we're not going to hold you to the metric
Okay.
system. I mean, we would appreciate if you would do the metric
I'll try to
system,
convert.
but- Old school Myers up here. We'll grandfather that in for you.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Another swing and a foul back from Hall. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So on a day like today, you would see the temperature feels like
95 degrees.
Right, yeah.
That's the real temperature. Right?
before humidity, where I would say 35.
Yeah, I always get offended when people tell me how hot I should feel. Tell me what the temperature is, and I'll tell you how I feel.
I'll tell you how I feel. Thank you very much.
Yeah, don't tell me how I should feel. Never understood that.
Just another number to throw it at you.
Confused my life, right?
1 ball and 2 strikes. Good battle here between Noah Hull and Brock Whitson. Whitson the set. Here's the 1-2. Strike 3 called. Got the outside part of the plate. And a good pitch there from Brock. Gets the strikeout, and that is 5 strikeouts now in a row going back to last night. It's been
He's in a bit of a funk.
It's been a rough couple of days here for Noah Hull.
And getting back to that temperature, today they would say the temperature is 95 degrees. Feels like 110. Well, okay. What do you? Is it 110 or 95?
So not a fan of the Humidex is Ed Myers as Boylan takes one on the forearm on the first pitch he sees from Brock Whitson, and that one is stinging.
He got it right on the elbow, it looked like. Yeah.
Gets it looked after here by the training staff for the Barrie Baycats. Oh, Scott Curry of the Barnstormers front office.
Thanks,
hooking
Scott.
up some water. Thank you very much to Scott Curry. Good man, that's Scott.
Keeping us hydrated, that's...
Well, I guess he wants us to keep going through these 2 ball games today, so he's going to have to at least keep us alive.
He's lucky that Mike's doesn't open till 4. We may vacate, right? We've had enough.
Well, there's got to be a way to call it from over there. Like, we can still see it on their TVs,
I don't
right?
see any problem with that.
Broadcasting remotely. Looks like Boylan is going to be okay after getting plunked. He gets a nice hand from the crowd here at Fergie Jenkins Field. Austin Boylan goes down to first, so this turbulent top of the second here for Brock Whitson and the Barnstormers continues. A home run to start off from Willie Garcia. Tristan Clark follows that up with a single. He moves up to second base on that hit by pitch. 2 on and 1 out. And that'll bring up the catcher Tyler Plumpton. Second straight game in this series. He's behind the plate starting the ball game. 273 average. He takes the first pitch from Whitson in for a strike.
Well, it's my imagination or not, but I don't think that Brock is throwing as hard as he usually has. I wish I had my speed gun up here.
Swing and a miss as he fools the batter Plumpton on the speed there, and quickly ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. We'll have to get Harry Muir back up here with the speed gun.
We want it back.
Couldn't get to keep it. Couldn't take it home with you.
Took me 5 innings to figure out how to work it.
Whitson's 0-2 pitch. This one is sent the other way to right field. Camping under it, fighting the sun, and making the catch is Moran. And that will move the lead runner up 90 feet, moving to third base is Tristan Clark. And Boylan stays put at first, so now that'll put runners at the corners. 2 out now for the Baycats. Brings up the number 9 hitter. It's James Anderson, who had the night off last night. He's patrolling left field in this first game of the doubleheader for Barrie. Very limited time at the plate in this 2025 season. First pitch to him rides inside. Ball one from Brock Whitson. Got through the first inning very, very easily. 3 up, 3 down. Just 6 pitches thrown for Whitson, but different story here in the second. Leadoff home run. Runners at the corners, 2 outs, and now he throws back over to first.
I think Dan's projection of 42 pitches maybe has gone out the window.
The 6 pitches per inning. Getting close to being statistically impossible now.
Yep.
Short lead over at first from Boylan. Look over at third. And the pitch rides inside to Anderson. And he sends this well foul along the left-hand side. Evens up the count, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Keep thinking in defense of ourselves, when the ball goes up on a foul ball, as soon as it gets to the roof level here, we can't see it until it comes down. So we're looking all over, as some fans are, trying to figure out where it's going to come down.
Looking at the body language of the fielders.
Yeah.
Whitson now falls behind Anderson, 2 balls and 1 strike. Top of the second here at Fergie Jenkins Field. And a 1-0 lead for the Baycats thanks to Willie Garcia's long home run to left center field. This one rides a bit high above the strike zone. And now 3 balls and 1 strike. James Anderson. Here's the 3-1 pitch. That is right down the middle. Nice hand from the crowd here at Fergie. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Whitson ready with the 3-2, and this one gets a little bit of the bat. He couldn't check his swing, but he is thankful that a little piece of that baseball hit the bat.
Yeah, it was high. I think it was going to be a ball.
And Anderson stays alive. Again, runners at the corners and 2 out. Wagner off the bag at first. Three-two pitch once again. This one skied high in the air. It is in the infield. And Morrison camps under it. He makes the catch at second base. And the damage is limited in this top of the second inning. 1 run in on that home run from Garcia. No further damage as we go to the bottom of the second. 1-0 lead for the Barrie Baycats. Barnstormers coming up on Barnstormers TV with Kent Essex Mutual Insurance Company.
Whether personal, agricultural, or commercial,
Hardline drive up the middle. Whoa! Lindor out of nowhere. How did he do that?
That Lindor can play. I don't know about that hair. And don't get me started on those gloves.
I don't know. I kind of like it.
It's time for a revolution. The Ref 1X by Rollins.
My name is Spencer Marcus, outfielder for the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers from Chatham, Ontario. The community support has been amazing for baseball. Everybody coming together. You never really thought of this town as a baseball town, more of a hockey town. I remember when I found out that Kent Essex Mutual Insurance wanted to do an interview about a hometown hero. I never thought somebody would look at just a baseball player like that. It takes a lot of support to make this team a success, and the Barnstormers wouldn't be where they are today without help from sponsors like Kent Essex Mutual Insurance.
The second annual Barnstormers Golf Tournament takes place Tuesday, July 15th at Willow Ridge Golf and Country Club. Barnstormers' own Garrett Day will also be in attendance. To register, contact us at the emails on screen.
It's us again.
Back at Fergie Jenkins Field, you see Boylan there. He's got plunked by a pitch early on in this ball game. Looks like he's okay, but you see him right on that elbow on that errant pitch from Brock Whitson. And he was certainly in some considerable discomfort. He was looked at by the training staff for a bit. But he's still in that game, shook it off, and looks like he's all right for the Barrie Baycats. Austin Boylan patrolling second base in this first game of the doubleheader here at Fergie Jenkins Field. 1-0 lead for the Baycats. As we go to the bottom of the second, Timmy Wagner stepping in the 5th spot in the lineup for the Barnstormers. That one dips out of the strike zone quickly in a swing and a miss. Oakley wanted to check that one, but couldn't do it. Next pitch rides inside a little bit, evens up the count, 1 ball and 1 strike to Wagner. In the cleanup spot last night, and just had a tough night at the office with an 0 for 3 on Saturday night.
Had a really good at bat. It was a walk. You don't often say that, but he worked the pitcher. I believe the count was 0-2, and he worked him, fouled off a couple of pitches, and got a walk in a very critical situation. That was a good contribution.
There's a liner to the other way to right field, but this is going to hang up for the right fielder to make the catch as Willie Garcia was right there. A little bit too much hang time from Wagner. One up and one down. That will bring up the not often used Owen Constantino. He's your designated hitter this game for the Barnstormers, batting left.
Owen comes to us from Ottawa, where he attends Carleton University. He played a little bit of ball in St. Louis Community College.
Big swing there from Constantino. 1 ball and 1 strike to the lefty. Hopefully giving him the chance to get some more at-bats as the middle part of the season continues. That one dropped into the strike zone from Juan Benitez. And quickly Constantino is now behind the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. That one a bit too fast for Constantino. He whiffs at it, and that's a strikeout for Benitez. That's the first one of the game. 2 up and 2 down here in this bottom of the second. Now Sadler Goodwin saddles up to the plate. And the Barnstormers shortstop this morning takes the first pitch in for a strike. Some of the fans here not agreeing with home plate umpire Justin Van Horn. Next pitch right down the middle. Not too much debate about that one. Gets a lot of the plate. And 0-2 is the count. So Benitez really getting ahead of the count.
Getting ahead of a lot of the batters. The first 2 strikes. We're not pulling the trigger.
Goodwin pulls the trigger there, but has a lazy fly ball to center field. And camping under it and making the catch is Tristan Clark. And a clean inning once again for the Barrie Baycats and Juan Benitez as we played 2 complete here on your Sunday morning at Fergie Jenkins Field. And it's Barrie still up 1-0 on CK. It's Barnstormers TV with Kent Essex Mutual Insurance Company.
Pretty simple, guys. You have to balance a baseball on the back of your glove. Race to the finish line and then race back. First one back is the winner. Let's do the long guys in 3, 2, 1.
And back.
Harder than it looks. Pick it back up to the ball. Easy. You made it look so easy, girl. What's your name? Peyton is the winner. Congratulations, Peyton, taking home a Maple City Bakery gift card today. You guys all rocked.
Good job. I thought it would have been harder than that. You guys are natural.
It's us again. Enyo Pest Advisors, 226-627-4944. Enyo, bigger than bugs.
Looking for a fun, active way to keep your kids moving? At Great Lakes Gymnastics, our recreational classes are all about building strength, coordination, and confidence, all while having a blast. And when it's time to celebrate, we throw birthday parties kids will never forget. packed with games, gymnastics, and tons of smiles. In our safe, state-of-the-art facility, every child gets the chance to shine. Join the fun at Great Lakes Gymnastics, where every day feels like a celebration.
Fergie Jenkins Field, top of the third inning. And a 1-0 lead for the Baycats thanks to a big home run to left center field. Getting all of that one, Willie Garcia to kick off the second inning. And that's your lone run so far. Back to the top of the order. Brandon Hernandez. Aiden Jaco and Nolan Macabrota will follow him top of the third. First pitch of the third inning from Brock Whitson. This one sent to center field. Spencer Marcus coming in. I don't know what I was going to call him there.
Easy for you to say, right?
Spencer Marcus comes and makes the catch. And a quick first out here. Really what Brock Whitson wanted. He wanted a quick first out here after laboring a little bit in that second, certainly compared to the first inning.
Have you noticed the crack of the bat has sort of been mellowed by the humidity? It's not that sharp crack. It's more of like hitting a sponge. That's pretty common. That's why a lot of the players in the major leagues don't want to play in the minor leagues in the south because of the humidity.
Very humid here in CK and all of southwestern Ontario, certainly this morning. So base temperature right now is 29 Celsius, which is 84 Fahrenheit.
Thank you.
Humidity right now is 38.
So how should I feel? Hot?
You should feel very uncomfortable right now.
Okay. That's all I have. You let me know.
I'll be telling you how you should feel for the entire 2 games here.
Yeah, I'll make a few notes.
This is how uncomfortable I should feel. Whitson ahead of the count here on Hayden Jaco. No balls and 2 strikes, top of the third. This one, well, that's what you call wasting an 0-2 pitch right
He
there.
hung on to that one. Didn't let her go.
That is changing the batter's direction of your eyes and doing it in a big way. 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Jaco.
It happens from time to time.
And with this heat and humidity, of course, you've got more sweat on that baseball and on your hands.
Yep.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. This one skied off to the right-hand side. This will be in foul territory, and this will be over the fence.
Well, first one we've seen in 2 days land in right field. They were disappearing out there last night. We have no idea where they're ending up.
You're actually able to track the flight of that baseball right there.
Yep.
Things are improving this weekend. One ball and 2 strikes on Jaco. Whitson comes set. And the 1-2 pitch. This one again rides in too far. Gets Jaco on the arm. And that's another hit batsman for Brock Whitson in this one.
That was a bad habit that the pitching staff got into last year. I think we led the league in hit by pitches per pitcher, and haven't seen much of that this year.
You saw it plunk Jaco on that lead elbow, it looked like, from that replay.
Must have been grazing because he didn't seem to linger too long. He did get hit.
Second hit by pitch of this game from Brock Whitson. That puts a runner on at first with 1 out. And the big Nolan Macabrota back up to the plate. OPS getting close to 1,000 of this season for Macabrota. This one is chopped to first. Grabbed, going to second for the lead runner for 1. On to first! And that one is wide. And Macabrota will be safe at first base. Nice dig by Wagner at first, able to get that lead runner. And that relay throw from second base. That was a good one on the relay back to first. That was just a bit wide. And the inning will continue. So a fielder's choice in this top of the third. Baycats still alive. Now 2 out and 1 on.
big difference in the size of our first baseman and their first baseman. They're standing side by next.
Yeah. Macabrota's got Wagner by
Looks like
inches.
a foot.
Yeah, it does.
From there.
Yeah. Considerable size difference there.
He's a big guy.
Here's another tough out, Willie Garcia. He hit one way out of here his last time up, last inning in the second. The only run of this game so far. Pitch from Whitson rides high for ball one. Garcia deposited one in left center field and one of the longest parts of this park, so he hit it a long way, and he didn't miss it. It was over the fence by a long way. He's got one on and two out, and this one finds the strike zone. Nice little curveball tailed back into the strike zone.
And that was a sharp breaking pitch. Just part of Brock's arsenal.
Count back even to 1-1 strike. This one stung to right center field. This is going to get down, and it's going to go all the way to the wall. Marcus goes back to grab it. Nice throw to second base, and he is out at second base. Great relay from Marcus, and the tag at second base to knock down Garcia, trying to stretch it into a double. Another defensive gem for the Barnstormers. Ends the top of the third inning with no further damage. We're still 1-0 for the Barrie Baycats over the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers on Barnstormers TV with Kent Essex Mutual Insurance Company.
Still selling critical illness insurance. Still selling retirement savings plans. Still selling group benefit plans. Still selling life insurance. Still selling disability insurance.
Are you selling insurance?
Not today. Play ball.
Attention business owners and marketers. Imagine your brand in front of a live, engaged audience, right here, right now. This space is the perfect opportunity to showcase your product, service, or message to viewers in real time. Whether you're looking to boost sales, build awareness, or grow your audience, we've got you covered. Don't wait. Secure your spot today.
At Great Lakes Gymnastics, it all starts with our state-of-the-art 12,000 square foot facility, built to inspire movement, confidence, and growth. From preschool to recreational classes, our programs are safe, structured, and designed to help every child thrive. For athletes with big goals, our competitive team trains year-round with experienced coaches and competes across Ontario. Whether you're just getting started or aiming for the podium, Great Lakes Gymnastics is where greatness begins.
The Chatham Barnstormers.
Bottom of the third inning here at Fergie Jenkins Field as we're getting closer to noon, but morning baseball in the first of a doubleheader here in CK between the Barrie Baycats and Chatham-Kent Barnstormers. Mike Renier along with Ed Myers, and so far it's been a pretty entertaining game once again between these two clubs.
Yes, 1-0, and we're early in the game, third inning, but it's a 7-inning game. And I was just watching the people doing the shift from our bleachers on the left beyond the grandstand. Sun has pretty much saturated that area, and in between innings, most people gravitated back over to the middle, seek a little bit of shade. And I'm sure that'll happen on the other side as well, the first base side. It's getting hot down there. Those aluminum bleachers seem to attract the sun.
And the next 3 or 4 hours just going to keep getting worse.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we've got to look what Dan Dominguez did for you. He did a little temperature conversion chart.
I'll put that under my pillow when I go home.
Not on the fridge, but
osmosis will take care. Thank you, Dan.
We understand you grew up on Imperial. That's fine.
That's right.
That's fine. But we're also here to try and maybe teach you a little bit.
Well, yeah, I'm really a quick learner too. You can tell.
I can tell the sarcasm is just all over you like this humidity. Spencer Moore, on the right fielder for the Barnstormers, kicks things off offensively for CK in this third inning, trying to get something going against Juan Benitez, your starter for the Baycats. Benitez has only given up one walk. That was to Fukuda back in the first inning. Otherwise, he's retired the other 6 batters. Moran, Vasilenic, and Morrison as we'll go back to the top of the order. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss from Moran. He took a big cut and couldn't catch up to that fastball, so that is the second strikeout of the day for Benitez. Third strikeout, pardon me.
Talking to Torin last week about coming from Alberta, and he mentioned that he played most of his baseball in Montana, across the border. He lived pretty much on a border town north of the 49th parallel, and he played all his Little League ball and all of his tournaments in Montana, which is immediately south.
Vasilenic gets a good cut on that one, fouls it off to the right-hand side. Playing third base defensively for the Barnstormers in this one. Behind 0-2, and this one is swing and a miss, and a neat and tidy 3-pitch strikeout once again for Juan Benitez. So back-to-back strikeouts, and that's the 4th of the game now for Juan Benitez. Getting more confident as this game goes on. Did you drop your temperature
Nobody lost
conversion
my cheat sheet.
You're
now I don't know how hot it is.
You're never going to learn Celsius this way. Back to the top of the order, and here's a long way to right field. It is back and off the wall, digging for 2 and sliding in safely. It is a 2-out double. Evan Morrison just missed a home run to right field, but he'll take a double as he saw a pitch he loved and smoked it to right field.
We needed that. We were sort of getting lulled into a strikeout regimen, pop flies and strikeouts. So see if Spencer can bring him in.
That one hit to right a long way from Morrison. And now he's in scoring position. 2 outs, Spencer Marcus.
I noticed you hesitated before you were going to call it a home run. Based on last night's experiences, right?
What did I call? About 10 home runs last night, and only a couple of them were correct.
The ball disappeared somewhere. Wasn't in fair territory.
Strange night last night.
It was.
Strange night. Pitch to Marcus is fouled off the other way. No balls and 2 strikes, so Benitez once again gets ahead of the hitter. We'll talk to Braden Farrington coming up in a few minutes. He'll join us in the 4th inning. He runs the big IBL podcast, and he was in this league for a long time. Here's a ground ball to third base, and that's going to retire the side as Spencer Marcus grounds out. And that will end the 3rd inning. So 3 innings complete here at Fergie Jenkins Field, and it remains a 1-0 lead for the Barrie Baycats over the Barnstormers. Barnstormers TV with Kent Essex Mutual Insurance Company, Ontario's trusted insurance provider.
The Chatham Barnstormers have multiple summer camp opportunities available. Chatham's week-long summer camp from July 7th to 11th. Leamington's week-long summer camp from July 14th to the 18th. Then we head back to Chatham from July 21st to 25th. Wallaceburg summer camp between July 28th and August 1st. And finally Dresden's summer camp between August 4th and the 8th. Contact us today at the email on screen.
Inyo Pest Advisors, serving all of southwestern Ontario, where you live and where you work. Inyo, bigger than bugs.
Hey Barnstormer fans, want to win a $50 gas card just for cheering on your favorite team? Grab your phone right now and snap a selfie of you and your family and friends watching Barnstormers TV. Follow and tag at CK Barnstormers and Kent Essex Mutual Insurance at KE Mutual on Instagram. You need both tags and follows to qualify for the selfie contest. At CK Barnstormers and at KE Mutual. Share your selfie before the end of the game for a chance to win a $50 gas card.
way back to that, and then they got the other short, and then they amalgamated everything.
Yeah, back here at Fergie Jenkins Field, we're 3 innings complete. In the heat and humidity, it's a 1-0 lead for the Barrie Baycats over the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers. In the first of 2 of the doubleheader here on this Sunday, Mike Grenier along with Ed Myers and Braden Farrington joining us, a longtime player in the IBL. Braden, thanks for being up here.
Hey, I'm glad to be here. It's a good turnout for 11 a.m. start.
Not bad, and kind of morning baseball. It's a different feel to it, but it's kind of a nice feel to it.
Hey, you know what? Nothing's better than a full day at the ballpark. So glad the turnout turned out pretty well. So yeah, just happy to be here.
He's Braden Farrington. So again, you run an IBL podcast. We'll talk about this, but you had a long time in the IBL, and maybe you'll still be back in the IBL, but you spent a long time just up the road in London.
Yeah, 10 years, so.
Here's a first pitch swing and a base hit and a big sharp liner to left field. Tristan Clark, so he wastes no time to get his second hit of this ball game. He's got 2 singles, and now he is on to begin this top of the 4th. But yeah, long time up in London.
Yep. Yeah, 10 years. Decade of my life, really. 2 championships back-to-back in 21, 22, and then even last year the All-Star game. Got to throw an inning there, so it's good experience, and 10 years is...
Did you play your minor ball in London?
Yeah, so...
Up through?
Yeah, started out in South London, then moved over to London Badgers, and then...
London Badgers, a very familiar name in this city. We played Badgers every year, all the way up. Mike Lumley is the guy that we kept... I think he's still involved with the Badgers.
Very involved, yeah. He's one of the crown jewels in the city, that's for sure, and for baseball knowledge.
Noah Hull now batting for the Barrie Baycats, and he stings this one to right. It is hit well. If it's fair, it's gone.
Foul
and
ball.
It is foul ball. I got that one right.
Yeah.
Had a tough night
I'm just trying to help you.
Had a rough night, but I can call that one foul. I just have to wait for the umpires to do their
That's
thing
all we
before.
can do,
That's
because
right.
we can't see anything beyond the umpire throwing his hands up in the air.
I might be mistaken here, but that is not his 4th time doing that in this series?
I believe so, yeah. He's loved that corner out in right field.
Last night with the wind, we couldn't see the ball land.
Oh, no.
It was just being swept across the field.
That's okay. Sometimes you just don't want to see that.
Long foul once again. 1-1 pitch from Whitson goes outside and low. Again, Braden Farrington joining us. Long-time London major, and so was it mostly starting pitching over your career?
No.
Were you most in the bullpen?
In the IBL, for sure, in the bullpen. Back-end guy, 8th and 9th inning guy. Especially in the 2 championship runs there. We did a lot of 9th inning closer status, so it was fun, that's for sure.
And majors, and the fan base is really passionate, really good group of fans up there in London. I know you have a lot to compete with in the Forest City for entertainment dollars. There's that one strike hitting the part of the strike zone there from Whitson. But with the majors and an iconic ballpark up there at Labatt Park.
Yeah, you know what, London, they have a lot of passionate fans. They pack that park almost every game. You're looking at minimum probably 3,000 to 4,000 people every home game. So you can't really, say anything negative about the fan base. Like they show up day in and day out, support the team, and honestly, as a ball player, that's all you really want. So even that, I'm excited for the Chatham fan base here. They show up. So
yeah, they've shown up from the day one. Not many people here yet today, but
it's still early.
That was one thing that I think with a new franchise, you're always wondering: are the people going to come out and watch or not?
100%. And I think even being in the stadium last year, getting to experience the whole inaugural season, the fan base was passionate. I remember, I think it was the first-ish home weekend series that you guys hosted us, and I got it into the 9th inning, and I remember a guy on the third base side absolutely trying to get under my skin. It was awesome. I was like, this is great. This guy doesn't even know who I am.
Wasn't his first rodeo, right?
Yeah. This guy's in fine form. I love it.
Hey, he's still here. We hear him down the way.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, Whitson's coming out of the game.
Yeah, Aiden Ryan's going to come in here.
Yeah.
And you know what, Brock? He threw great. Considering A, early start, B, the heat right now, that's tough to compete against right there.
Could take a drain on the pitching staff with 2 games, 2 7-inning games. They're probably going to need a few arms.
Oh, gosh, yes.
So this heat and humidity as a pitcher automatically shortens your day. Unless you're having just a remarkable time on the mound.
Yeah.
It's got to really take something out of everybody else.
Yeah, especially on a day game. I feel like it's just tough to tough to, I'm not saying mentally get into it, but physically it just drains you. Then you got to battle the mental side of it too, right? So I think for the most part, especially speaking on the reliever side of it, if it's like a humid day night game, I feel like guys are more open to being able to do something cool out on the mound. But day game, it's a battle.
Really, I commented on the catchers too. This type of game. Not only do you sweat a lot, but you take the gear off in between innings, and it doesn't go away. You have to put it back on. It gets heavy, sopping wet, and off you go again. And a thankless job, position.
100%.
Ball diamond.
I will say the one guy I do feel bad for today, lefty.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to mention that.
He needs to get some ice.
Yeah, and put it inside of the costume.
I can guarantee you, every time we don't see him in front of us on the field, he's chugging water.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got to be.
He's having an ice bath or something.
Yeah.
He's Braden Farrington joining us in the booth here, 10 years with the London Majors in the IBL. You're not retired necessarily. You're still ready to go if the call comes, right?
Correct, yeah. I think I'm currently playing senior ball. I am on the inactive list still, so which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. We're just doing the podcast thing, getting this league up to date with the social media side of it, because social media's taken off, and this league needs to join on the rocket ship.
It's the IBL First Pitch podcast, so it's been going along quite well. You're getting your feet underneath you, and it's going really well for you.
Yeah, Mark and Neil kind of brought me on early on. They kind of sent me a message like, hey, do you want to do this weekly? And I'm like, I'm all for it. I got nothing else better to do because I'm not currently playing in the league, so might as well stay up to date with what's going on day to day. And, I think it's been received very well, especially by the players. And it's different, too. Once you get like a player's take on it, he's been around a bit, it makes it more, I'm not going to say legitimate, but it gives the player side of it, right, rather than just the media always talking about what they think is going on. So to have the blend of both worlds is kind of nice.
I was thinking, too, that during the day, your workplace involves baseball. London Source for Sports, people familiar with Colin Hopper, known him for many, many years, probably from the time he bought the store. It used to be East London Sports, and now it's on Warncliffe. And I dealt with the store over the last 30 years, probably.
Yeah, the store's great right now. It's just, that's a fluke hit.
A little looper into the outfield, but
that's tough.
Going to load the bases, so the runner gets held at third. Little looper into short center field from Boylan.
And jammed him, and
good pitch selection there.
Yeah.
But the store's great. We take care of a lot of associations. Most recently, we've done some stuff with the Chatham Golden Eagles softball program. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of cool. Kind of get the ties down the highway, and hopefully it continues.
Yeah, well, you shot out in different directions. I know I had grandsons playing for Sarnia there for a few years, and you carry their hats and whatever, and the brigade.
Yeah, it's a funny store, I guess. You wouldn't really think of a store in London to carry all these programs and teams, and yet here we are, kind of helping all these associations and organizations out, and we're doing the best we can.
Interesting place,
Yeah, we're a very family-friendly building, and it's just.
If you're winding to London down Warncliffe someday, it's just to your right, not far from Labatt Park.
Nope, not too far. It's only a 5-minute drive from Labatt Park. So, if any of the Barnstormer fans that are coming down for a Chatham London game, feel free to stop in. We got a lot of items, especially some Yeti products that can hold some beverages that are nice and cold.
Get you through these hot summer afternoons.
Yeah.
We're just prioritizing ice water today. It's that hot and humid. Give me some water right now. Aiden Ryan into relief here for the Barnstormers. Bases loaded, nobody out. Maybe there's a 2 here. Second one on to first. Double play. They will gladly exchange a run for the double play. 4-6-3. And the Baycats extend their lead, but the Barnstormers, when you had a bases loaded, nobody out situation, you will take that 7 days a week.
Yeah, that is a pitcher's dream right there.
Trade that off.
Yeah, 100%.
So 4-6-3 double play. That will bring up the number 9 hitter, James Anderson, and now a 2-0 lead for the Baycats. He is Braden Farrington joining us, longtime player of the IBL for the London Majors. In this podcast, it's the IBL First Pitch podcast, so make sure you give that a listen, like and subscribe as we keep you up to date with this league. And your co-hosts with Mark Perry and Neil both seem like fantastic fellows. I haven't met them yet, but I know of their work. And so Neil's last name, I want to know how you pronounce it.
I'm not even going to try.
Okay.
Especially
right,
not on air. I'm
Okay.
good with not doing that for the first time. I'm out.
So it's with Mark, Neil, and Braden.
Yeah.
That's the podcast.
Yeah,
okay,
that's it.
perfect.
Yeah, the three of us.
Both first names.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What's their last names? Never mind.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Just
don't
don't worry about it.
Just tune in. You'll figure it out.
But a lot of experience there. I know Neil's been with the IBL and following this for, 30-plus years now?
Yeah, 30-plus years. I think he just surpassed his 850th game that he's covered, so which is super cool because you know what, you don't see guys like that too often nowadays.
Yeah.
So testament to him and his ability to keep up with the league, and the knowledge is incredible.
And I know Neil actually appears in a lot of our broadcasts too, so he'll probably comment and say,
Love that.
this is how you're going to pronounce my last name.
Oh, yeah.
But he's done a great job in the IBL, Neil has, for a long, long time. And Mark Perry doing a good job with some play-by-play for a while too.
Yeah, Mark. It's funny with Mark. I've known of him since like 2013 actually, because my brother played up in Timmins in the NOJHL up there, and that was his first team he ever covered. So when he came down to Southwestern Ontario, when he first started covering Kitchener, it was my parents actually got a hold of him real quick, so it was nice.
Anderson flies out to left field. That will end the top of the 4th inning. 1 run in for the Baycats. They now lead 2-0. He's Braden Farrington, again, host of the IBL First Pitch podcast with Neil and Mark. So make sure you like and subscribe that. It is a good listen and keep you up to date with the IBL. So again, thanks very much, Braden, for joining us, man.
Thank you. This is a blast.
Good seeing you again.
Braden Farrington. We'll come back at the bottom of the 4th coming up in a bit here from Fergie Jenkins Field. It's Barnstormers TV with Kent Essex Mutual Insurance Company.
My name is Spencer Marcus, outfielder for the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers from Chatham, Ontario. The community support has been amazing for baseball. Everybody coming together. You never really thought of this town as a baseball town, more of a hockey town. I remember when I found out that Kent Essex Mutual Insurance wanted to do an interview about a hometown hero. I never thought somebody would look at just a baseball player like that. It takes a lot of support to make this team a success, and the Barnstormers wouldn't be where they are today without help from sponsors like Kent Essex Mutual Insurance.
Want to get your brand in front of a live audience? This spot could be yours. Reach engaged viewers in real time and make an impact. Don't miss your chance. Contact us today to get your ad here.
Get ready, Hamilton. It's the 2025 IBL Home Run Derby and All-Star Game. Hosted by the Hamilton Cardinals at beautiful Barrie Arbor Stadium. Watch the league's top sluggers crush moonshots in the Derby. Then see the best of the best go head-to-head under the lights in the All-Star Game. Grab your tickets now at HamiltonCardinals.com, because this summer, the stars shine brightest in Hamilton.
Spectacular numbers. He's batting under 200 now.
Fergie Jenkins Field on this, it's now afternoon, just past noon. The first of a double-header. Barnstormers TV is taking on the Barrie Baycats all weekend. This is the second of 3 in the series. Game 2 of this doubleheader later this afternoon. 2-0 lead for Barrie. They've scored a single run in the second and another single run just a couple of minutes ago in the top of the 4th inning. But the Barnstormers will accept that run for the double play. That 4-6-3 double play got out of a huge long jam, a bases loaded, nobody out situation, and Barrie only getting 1 run. As we go to the bottom of the 4th, 3-4-5 hitters in lineup for CK as Fukuda steps in and takes a first pitch strike from Juan Benitez.
People who are watching this game with us, remember this is a 7-inning game, and so you think, well, it's only the bottom of the 4th inning, but we only going to play 7, so be aware of that.
Only 1 hit so far for CK. Fukuda drawing a walk his first time up. Couldn't check his swing there. and gets a little bit, gets off the catcher's mask, took a big cut, and Tyler Plumpton got that foul ball right off of the cage. Looks to be okay. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fukuda, Haggith, and Wagner in this bottom of the 4th. Here's the pitch. Benitez just a little bit high out of the zone. And the count back even up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-5-0, the line score for Barrie. 0-1-0 for Chatham-Kent. Benitez ready in the 2-2 pitch. That one smacked the other way, lined foul.
Protected the plate on that one and did a good job. Wasn't sure if he was going to catch the corner of the plate or not, so he slapped it foul.
2-2 pitch coming once again to Fukuda, and again he just pokes that out. Doing
Seems
a couple of
so relaxed up the plate. He doesn't lunge. He just sort of protects the plate. He has a very relaxed stance and chokes up on the bat.
Hanging in there with the 2-2 pitch once again, inside and high. That runs the count full to 3-2. And even defensively, a lot of the time, it just seems effortless almost. He'll throw a runner out at second and no big deal. Been a great player for a couple of years for the Barnstormers. Now gets just a little piece of it as that jammed him on the hands.
For a little guy, he's got great power as well. He can jack the ball.
9 pitches so far to Fukuda. 3-2 count, so pitch number 10 coming up. Good battle between these two. Benitez set, another 3-2 pitch, and this one skied in the air right-hand side, just on the edge of the outfield grass. And that's going to be an out as Boylan backs up. Second baseman will grab that one. And the battle goes Benitez's way on Fukuda.
Braxton's trying to break out of a season-long slump. Good athlete. So he plays at Minnesota State. Had a great year last year. Or he's been taking extra batting practice and trying to get his swing back.
Takes the first pitch in for a strike. Haggith and then Wagner. You see the numbers on Haggith coming into today. And this one grounded right-hand side. That's going to get through into right field, and a base hit for Haggith. That is got to feel good. Get a base hit for Braxton.
Yeah, for his sake, I hope that's one of several. That's what it takes to break through and hit it in a perfect spot between first and second. Got the single out of it.
Brings up Timmy Wagner Jr. in the 5 spot this afternoon. Flew out to right the last time up back in the second inning. 1 on, 1 out. Pitch to Wagner. This is a shortstop. Could be 2 to second, 1 on to first. That is a double play to end the inning. So an inning-ending BP to Timmy Wagner. And that will extinguish the bottom of the 4th inning. We've played 4 complete, and it remains a 2-0 lead for the Barrie Baycats. You're watching Barnstormers TV with Kent Essex Mutual Insurance Company.
Stop sweating. What's that? You guys got it. Come on, let your shoes. Stop sweating over there.
There you go. Oh, we have a winner. What's your name, bud? Congrats, Becky. You guys all rocked. Great job. And thanks again to Steve's Pizzeria for sponsoring this one.
Get ready, Hamilton. It's the 2025.
Still selling critical illness insurance. Still selling retirement savings plans. Still selling group benefit plans. Still selling life insurance. Still selling disability insurance.
Are you selling insurance?
Not today. Play ball.
Anything you want.
Everybody say.
Out of this way. Okay. Yeah. A lot of the players go there after they get
Mike's
yeah, coaches. Yeah.
Okay. Mike's is right behind us.
Yeah.
Wildcats.
Right. That block. Going back.
Top of the fifth inning here at Fergie Jenkins Field. A close game once again between the Barrie Baycats and the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers. 2-0 lead for Barrie. Aiden Ryan coming in last inning in relief out of the bullpen. Pitches a first pitch strike. Back to the top of the order, Brandon Hernandez. 1, 2, 3 in the batting order for the Baycats in the fifth. Aiden Ryan coming in relief of Brock Whitson. And another good pitch there in the inside part of the plate. And quickly ahead, no balls and 2 strikes on Hernandez. Oh, 2 pitch from Ryan that goes in the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Very, very quiet here.
1-2 pitch grounded to first, picked up by Wagner, and he'll shove it over to Ryan. The 3-1 putout to begin this fifth inning. But yeah, you look at the wings here of the bleachers, and of course both of them are right in the blazing sun, right in the heat and humidity, and they're not very well populated.
People have slid to the middle.
Yeah. Middle portion where it's covered and shaded and maybe a little bit of a breeze. Expect the crowd will come up a little bit in the second half of the doubleheader.
Yeah.
But still will be quite warm.
Anticipation.
Here's Hayden Jaco stepping in for the Baycats. He turns to bunt. That pitch considerably outside.
So a couple of my friends moving from the sun area back to the middle. Murray Peterson and Bill Twig.
And on this disco-themed game, you see Dom Donnell in that big wig. That can't be
pumped.
cool.
No.
And that shirt he's wearing, that can't be a breathable shirt either. This one a tough play along the right-hand side. It's foul, and it will be out of play. Hitting that cement pad and bouncing out of the grass. The cement pad where one day bleachers will be.
One day there will be an extra 600 seats there. We're just wondering when that day will be.
Right now, we're just dreaming about it. It'll look really nice, and it'll give a lot more people some seating here. Supposed to be here, 2-3 weeks ago?
1st of June.
Yeah.
It'll last longer this way.
It's It'll be newer, longer. There's a ground ball other side of the diamond to third base. Long toss over. 5-3 putout. Nice toss across the diamond from Vasilenic into the glove of Wagner. And 2 groundouts begin the top of the fifth inning.
I'll probably be here still.
Okay. See you later.
Thanks to Braden Farrington being up here and having a chat. Again, that is the IBL First Pitch podcast. Braden, Neil, and Mark. And nice movement on that pitch from Aiden Ryan for a strike. We got a pronouncer, I believe from Neil himself, Sriwastawa. That's how you say his last name.
Okay.
I should have mentioned that to Braden before. Shri.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably come out differently.
That's the same way in Celsius and Fahrenheit.
I don't know.
This could be 2. Maybe another outfield assist. Nice throw to second again from center. Marcus, what a throw again. Nails Macabro to try to stretch that into a double. And the defense of the Barnstormers coming up big once again. A gun of an arm from center. And Spencer Marcus, we have now played 4.5 as we go to the bottom of the fifth at Fergie Jenkins Field. 2-0, Barrie with the lead on Barnstormers TV and Kent Essex Mutual Insurance Company.
My name is Spencer Marcus, outfielder for the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers from Chatham, Ontario. The community support has been amazing for baseball. Everybody coming together. You never really thought of this town as a baseball town, more of a hockey town. I remember when I found out that Kent Essex Mutual Insurance wanted to do an interview about a hometown hero. I never thought somebody would look at just a baseball player like that. It takes a lot of support to make this team a success, and the Barnstormers wouldn't be where they are today without help from sponsors like Kent Essex Mutual Insurance.
Back here at Fergie Jenkins Field, IBL Baseball and Barnstormers TV. Into our noon hour and the first of a doubleheader between the Barnstormers and the Barrie Baycats. Mike Renier along with Ed Myers. Nice long day of baseball here at the corner of Queen and Tweedsmuir in Chatham. And a 2-0 lead for the Barrie Baycats as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning.
Need to get a little rally going here. We have been pretty quiet with our bats. 2 hits.
6, 7, 8 in the batting order here, leading off with Owen Constantino, the designated hitter. He went down swinging first time up a couple of innings ago back in the second. Pitch from Benitez down in the dirt. You can see how dry it is down there. Whenever the ball hits the dirt, there's a lot of dust that flies up.
Like magic, eh?
That's with the rain that we got on Friday, early Friday and early Saturday. Good eye here on Constantino. 3 balls and no strikes. Trying to get on however he can to start this rally as the Barnstormers down 2-0. 3-0 pitch outside once again. A 4-pitch walk to Owen Constantino.
That's good news. Get it started. See if we can get a little rally going here.
There's 2 hits so far for Chatham-Kent. 2 runs on 6 hits for Barrie right now. Sadler Goodwin coming up now for the Barnstormers. He flew out to center field. First time up. And good pitch there from Benitez.
He's getting that first pitch in there, and we haven't been offering. He gets ahead 0-2 on the batters, and then you're at his mercy.
Catcher, and it got him just on the sleeve there, so Sadler Goodwin will take his base. Catcher was setting up outside. That pitch got away from Benitez and went inside and too far inside. So Goodwin goes down to first. Ramon Enriquez, the Baycat, is now getting ready to warm up in the bullpen. In this very hot and humid day, energy depleted probably quickly, more so than normal for most of these players. And conversation going on at the mound for the Barrie Baycats, but a nice start here for the Barnstormers, bottom of the 5th inning. A walk and a hit by pitch. Constantino walking, and Goodwin hit by pitch. 2 on, nobody out. Setting the stage here for Spencer Moran, who's looking to capitalize here. 300 batting average coming to this one. Now he'll drop a bunt down, and that's going to stay foul.
Smart play by Joyko. Remember that the ball has to come to rest before it's fair or foul. He hustled in and got the ball while it was in fair territory. I've seen people watching it roll fair, then pick it up. It's a fair ball.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Yeah, no. Yeah, almost got it right.
Strike one on Morin. 2 on and nobody out. Squaring to bunt once again, and he gets one down. Nice bunt at first base, and that wasn't easy to turn around and get him at first base, as the first baseman who came in, Macrobrota, he was thinking about going across the diamond to get the lead runner at third. Thought of it, spun around quickly and gunned down Morin at first.
Very good bunt. He's a very good bunter. We've seen him bunt several times this year, both to sacrifice and for a base hit. We see their infield is drawn completely in, so they'll make the play at the plate on any ground ball, or at least hold the runner at third.
Good opportunity here for Torin Vasilenic. And this one is sent into the air in center field straight away. Should get at least one in. Backing up, still backing up as the center fielder, and tagging up. And coming in to score, getting the Barnstormers on the board is Constantino. He draws a walk. He finds his way around to third. Now he'll come into the sacrifice fly from Vasilenic. And the Barnstormers now down by 1. It's a 2-1 ball game for Barrie. So Vasilenic doing his job, getting at least one run in. Sacrifice fly to center.
Evan makes good contact. We'll see if he picks a pitch at the top of the count and goes after it.
First pitch in the dirt, low, ball 1. All game's tying run, 180 feet away, in scoring position at second.
We're always talking about the pitcher trying to get ahead of the batter. The batter needs to get ahead of the pitcher. And when he's throwing the ball early in the count, strikes, maybe you're not going to get a better pitch at bat. Maybe you should be ready to swing.
Morrison in the driver's seat, 2-0 count. Now that one pumped in for a strike from Benitez. 2 balls and 1 strike as Morrison had a double his last time up. 2-out double back in the bottom of the third. Pitch is outside and low.
We scored that run without the benefit of a hit. We had a walk, hit by pitch, sacrifice, fly ball. That's good. That's old school baseball.
Manufacturing a run.
1 run at a time.
3-1 pitch, line to left field. That's a base hit, and the runner's getting the wave, rounding third, coming into score. The tying run is Sadler Goodwin, and we're all evened up. It is a 2-2 ball game. Good throw in from the outfield, good relay, but dropped at home plate. And the Barnstormers get that tying run, so 2 across here in the bottom of the 5th. And we're all back to square one, tied at 2.
Goodwin can certainly pick him up and lay him down. He got around from second base with the play in front of him. Ball hit to left field. That's usually a tough field to score on after a single, but he beat the throw. And Morrison advanced to second on the throw.
So Morrison now finds himself in scoring position. Spencer Marcus hacks at the first pitch he seeds and fouls it back to the backstop. Again, game of baseball can change very quickly.
The life of our fans has changed, too. All of a sudden, there's clapping and people are talking and cheering.
Benitez cruising through the first 4 innings, and now some turbulence in the 5th, and a 2-2 ball game. Swing and a miss, big heat there from Benitez. Well, love to have the radar gun on that one.
Yeah, he threw that one hard. But Spencer's usually pretty solid protecting the plate. Spreads out, shortens up. Oh,
swing and a miss, elevated in the strike zone, and Marcus strikes out. However, a successful inning there in the 5th for the Barnstormers. They score twice, and they even up this ball game through 5. A 2-2 tie between Barrie and Chatham-Kent. You're watching Barnstormers TV with Kent Essex Mutual Insurance Company.
The 2nd annual Barnstormers Golf Tournament takes place Tuesday, July 15th at Willow Ridge Golf and Country Club. Barnstormers own Garrett Day will also be in attendance. To register, contact us at the emails on screen.
My name is Spencer Marcus, outfielder for the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers from Chatham, Ontario. The community support has been amazing for baseball. Everybody coming together. You never really thought of this town as a baseball town, more of a hockey town. I remember when I found out that Kent Essex Mutual Insurance wanted to do an interview about a hometown hero. I never thought somebody would look at just a baseball player like that takes a lot of support to make this team a success, and the Barnstormers wouldn't be where they are today without help from sponsors like Kent Essex Mutual Insurance.
Question. Top of the 6th inning. And we've got a brand new ball game all tied up at 2. Thanks for a couple of runs for the Barnstormers at the bottom of the 5th. Brand new complexion of this one. And a lot of run manufacturing, some old school manufacturing runs in that last half inning that we saw.
Yep, we did that with 1 hit. And we, little team effort. We had a walk, hit batsman, sacrifice fly, single, and a single that was went to second on the throw. But Sadler Goodwin hustled from second base, beat the throw to the plate, and tied it at 2.
We begin the 6th inning. Willie Garcia, he's played a big part in this game already. He strolls in to begin the 6th. He's got 2 hits in this game. He's 2 for 2. That big home run, that long home run to left center field in the 2nd inning. And he also singled in the 3rd, but was gunned down. He tried to stretch that single into a double, and that was one of the 2 outfield assists we've seen from Spencer Marcus in center field.
It's a good guy to having him bat first, too, in an inning. He can clear the bases in a hurry.
Love to know the distance of that home run that he hit to left center field.
Yeah, I'm trying to think which sign it went over. It went where the vines are in left center.
That one finds the outside part of the plate, gets the call from Ryan. 1 ball and 1 strike. Brock Whitson started the game for the Barnstormers. Aiden Ryan coming in relief a couple of innings ago. 1-1 pitch in the dirt and outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. First game of many in the IBL on this Sunday. Of course, doubleheader here. And games in London, Kitchener, and Hamilton over the course of the afternoon. Swan getting a piece of it was Garcia. Stays alive. And 2 balls and 2 strikes is the count now to the power-hitting right-hander. Garcia, Clark, and Hull. This top of the 6th inning for Barrie. Two-two pitch, and this one, and Ryan wants that one back. He just throws it in the dirt, well ahead of the plate, well in front of the plate. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Overthrew that pitch.
Big pitch here for Aiden Ryan. Count is full on Garcia. Here's the 3-2 pitch, and that one off the end of the bat of Garcia. He fouls it off. Count remains 3 balls and 2 strikes. Busy weekend next weekend here at Fergie Jenkins Field. There's a road game in London on Tuesday for the Barnstormers, but then another 3-game set at home next weekend.
London on Friday.
Or pardon me, London on Friday, not Tuesday. I'll learn to read calendars someday. London on Friday night at Labatt Park. Big put out there and a good battle on the 3-2 pitch there from Ryan. And he gets Garcia to bounce back to the mound. So that's a big out to begin this 6th inning.
It is. We're talking about London, playing in London next Friday. We'll be turning around, and London will be coming to the Barnstormers the following Tuesday. Along with, we'll have 2 home games on Saturday and Sunday. So that's a lot of ball in 5 days.
Absolutely is. Lots of baseball to look forward to at Fergie Jenkins Field. Been a lot of baseball here this weekend.
Certainly has.
Tristan Clark, first pitch swinging. Not tough play at second, and a high throw, but a good job getting that hop. And on the bag, Timmy Wagner doing a good job on the receiving end to grab that high throw and complete that play. So a 4-3 putout. You want to tip your cap to Morrison to get over there too. He was in shallow right field with that play.
He made a good throw. It was a hurried throw. I'm not sure if he knew how much time he had. Wagner made a very good play. I think he's a very sure-handed first baseman. I've watched him take some pretty hot shots at first base, and he stays down on the ball, and he's got good hands.
Aiden Ryan pumping in a first pitch strike to Noah Hull, designated hitter. He is officially 0 for 1 with a strikeout, but he's also walked his last time up. A little squibbler along the right-hand side off of the batter's box. And quickly, Aiden Ryan ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. He has settled in nicely out of the pen.
He has done a really good job. We haven't seen him a lot recently.
Remember him having some starting assignments last season. He was among the first starters in team history.
Yep.
0-2 pitch from Ryan, flies out of his hand, goes high and outside.
He had a little bit of arm problem last year, shortly into the season, and sat out for quite a while. And returned in July and made a significant contribution to the pitching staff last year.
He set 1-2 pitch from Ryan, slapped at and hit the other way down the left field line, but that trails off well foul. And we'll do it again. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Aiden Ryan on Noah Hull, your designated hitter.
We established our own new air conditioning here. We opened the door at this end. It feels better.
It's one of the most
there is air.
Most affordable AC units you'll ever find, just opening the door.
There is air.
Hull skies this one along the left-hand side, along the foul line, backing up, making the catch. Third baseman. It's Torin Vasilenik in this game at third base. He'll grab it. And a quick and easy 6th inning. We go to the bottom of the 6th in a 2-2 tie between Barrie and CK. It's Barnstormers TV with Kent Essex Mutual Insurance Company, Ontario's trusted insurance provider.
Still selling critical illness insurance. Still selling retirement savings plans. Still selling group benefit plans. Still selling life insurance. Still selling disability insurance.
How are you selling insurance?
Not today. Play ball.
Flip into the best summer ever at Great Lakes Gymnastics. Our PA Day, March break, and summer camps are packed with gymnastics, games, crafts, and non-stop fun, all in a safe, state-of-the-art facility. Spots are filling fast, so register today.
Get ready, Hamilton. It's the 2025 IBL Home Run Derby and All-Star Game. Hosted by the Hamilton Cardinals at beautiful Barrie Arbor Stadium. Watch the league's top sluggers crush moonshots in the Derby. Then see the best of the best go head-to-head under the lights in the All-Star Game. Grab your tickets now at HamiltonCardinals.com. Because this summer, the stars shine brightest in Hamilton.
Thank you, everybody, for participating. Thank you, Hometown Wrestling Group.
Bottom of the 6th inning here at Fergie Jenkins Field in a 7-inning ball game, because we're playing a double dip here at Fergie Jenkins Field. So we're in a 2-2 tie, so this could be an important inning for the Barnstormers. Now Ramon Henriquez is in the game. Juan Benitez pitches 5 innings, giving up 2 walks. 74 pitches, 51 of them strikes. So Juan Benitez, pretty good game. And he was cruising through the first 4 innings, and he just ran into a bit of trouble in that 5th. The Barnstormers able to tie it up at 2. And that's where we are here, bottom of the 6th. Ramon Henriquez for the Barrie Baycats in relief. Recently just acquired, so he hasn't been in Barrie very long at all. Just a handful of days ago, coming over from the Hamilton Cardinals. And not really favorable numbers since coming over. He's pitched 8 2/3, actually, the whole season long, even with the Hamilton Cardinals, 8.2 innings, 8 2/3. He's walked 13, so control issues. So if you're the Barnstormers, you want to be patient with these pitches here in the 6th inning.
We got the heart of the order coming up here, 3, 4, 5.
Fukuda leads off the bottom of the 6th. Again, this first to 2 today, so two 7-inning ball games. Another one flying up in the zone, outside of the zone. 2 balls and no strikes on Mitsuki Fukuda. Popped up to second base his last time. He also drew a walk back in the first inning. Love to start a rally here in the 6th. That one misses the mark. A better pitch there from Enriquez, but does not get the call.
A little high.
High once again.
Yep.
3 balls and no strikes on Fukuda. Haggith and Wagner will follow him at the plate for the Barnstormers in this bottom 6. And that one, no doubt about it, way low and outside, all the way to the backstop, and a 4-pitch walk for Fukuda. So his second walk of the morning/afternoon.
Okay, here we go. Cleanup hitter. Bunt. Has he bunted? Can he bunt? It's always tough to make the call. But traditionally, they would call for a bunt. And I'm sure if you look at the defense of the Barrie, third baseman is crawling in, anticipating the bunt.
Haggith singled his last time up. Fukuda to first on the leadoff walk. First pitch from Enriquez, a swing and a miss. Looked to be low and out of the strike zone once again, but Haggith, big swing. Looks like Christian Lazar in the bullpen warming up for Barrie right now. 6 hits for the Baycats, 3 hits for the Barnstormers. Here come the strike 1 pitch, this one inside and low. 1 ball and 1 strike. No hint at a bunt right now.
Jaco is playing even with the bag. He's still wondering if he may not bunt.
No sign of it just yet. 1-1 the count on Braxton Haggith. Swanee in the dirt, gets away from the catcher, and Fukuda's on his horse. He's going to get to second. He's going to get there standing up. And just like that, the Barnstormers with a runner in scoring position.
Didn't need the bunt.
Still nobody out. 2-1 the count here on Braxton Haggith. Again, in this doubleheader, you kind of treat this inning as the bottom of the 8th in a 2-2 tie.
You do, for sure. You strike now and get that run in.
Look back at second. 2-1 pitch, swinging away and fouling it off to the left-hand side. Back to even, 2 balls and 2 strikes on Braxton Haggith. Timmy Wagner Jr. on deck. Look back at second. 2-2 pitch, high. That flies out of the hand of Enriquez once again. And the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Fukuda's being very cautious at second base with a very short lead. Doesn't want to get picked off. Secondary lead is a little better.
Back at second once again. 3-2 pitch to Haggith, and this one is skied up, way up in the air. A foul ball, and this is going to get out of here and even beyond the bleachers to our left. Haggith remains alive at the plate. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Fukuda at second, drawing the leadoff walk in this inning. And he advanced to second on was it a pass ball? That was, pass ball, the official.
Yeah, it was close. It went through the wickets. I see it, yeah.
3-2 pitch once again. This one fouled right back towards us. Thank goodness for that net. Saw that ball coming right at us.
Rising.
Good battle between these two here with Braxton Haggith.
He's had some good swings. He's hanging in there, and he's over the plate, and that's a good sign.
Ramon Enriquez, pitcher for the Baycats, in relief. 3-2 pitch. This is sent to right center field. Lazy fly ball moving over. Right fielder to make the catch. Fukuda's on his horse trying to get to third. Great throw, and he is out. Not a great decision there as Fukuda tried to further himself to third base, and certainly in hindsight, he's thinking, why did I do that? And that is a double play. Your unusual 9-5 double play. And the optimism now far less for the Barnstormers in this bottom of the 6th.
Didn't anticipate that happening.
Good throw in the right field by Garcia. Camped under that fly ball, and he sent a laser to third. Gunned down Fukuda. First pitch strike now to Timmy Wagner. Kind of just takes the air out of the sails. just
got quiet all of a sudden, yeah.
One strike pitch to Wagner, tails outside, slider outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Wagner and Constantino on deck. This one in the dirt. Came up, and that was a tough hop on the catcher, Plumpton.
Been all over the place with his pitches. Bounced that one.
Been a tough inning to find the strike zone for Enriquez, but he's been helped out greatly by that right fielder to third base 9-5 double play that just happened. 2 outs, nobody on for the Barnstormers. 2-1 count to Wagner. This one again well outside. 3 balls and a strike.
So we can start it up again. Throwing quite a few pitches for facing his third batter.
Leadoff walk to Fukuda. Moved up the second on a pass ball, and a double play from right field to third base. 3-1 count now on Wagner. Enriquez ready, and the pitch is low for ball 4, so the second walk of the inning from Enriquez. That will extend the inning for Owen Constantino, designated hitter.
Got a runner in for can't see his number.
Number 6, Piccioni is the pinch runner over at first for Wagner, so he comes into the game. Constantino coming off a walk his last time up, last inning in the 5th inning. 2 out, 1 on, 2-2 ball game. This one outside. And Enriquez continues his trend of this inning, having a tough time finding the strike zone.
He approaches 20 pitches in this inning.
This one inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Constantino gets on, then you have Sadler Goodwin in the number 7 hole in the batting order for the Barnstormers. Swan a check swing. Ball was low. And no swing.
That's that tough appeal. You got the third base umpire standing behind the pitcher. And on a check swing, you're appealing to the third base umpire who has no angle really to make that call. It's not their fault. It's just a 3-man system.
3 balls, no strikes on Constantino. A walk and a strikeout so far in this game for the left-hander. Here's the 3-0 pitch, and that is pumped in for a strike. Enriquez able to find the strike zone. Hasn't happened too much in this game since coming in. Here's the 3-1 delivery, and this one is chopped foul. That looked to be a low pitch. And Constantino took a hack at it, fouled it off along the first baseline. And we're back to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Count is full.
Best to be aggressive. If you think you can make contact, swing. Don't beg for a ball in that situation. And I'm not, it's one of those borderline pitches. 3-2, there's going to be action on the base pad.
There goes the runner. Enriquez the pitch. That is very high over the catcher's glove. And ball 4. So another walk. That 3rd walk of the inning from Enriquez. Helped greatly by that base running blunder from Fukuda, trying to go from 2nd to 3rd on that fly out to right. He got gunned down on that double play. And that looks like this might be all here for Enriquez. Or is it? Maybe, okay, so maybe just a long conversation here, everybody at the mound. Having the talk with Enriquez, Constantino just walking. Timmy Wagner on the walk up to second base. And Enriquez, yes, does stay in the ball game. 1st and 2nd, 2 out, but now you have an excellent opportunity for Sadler Goodwin. And you see the work in the bullpen for the Baycats.
We have another runner at first. Or is that Constantino?
Didn't see a pinch runner come in.
Okay, that's Constantino.
Yep.
My imagination, yeah.
It's the heat. It's the heat and humidity.
How hot should I feel right now?
You should. It's 300 degrees.
Okay. Man, it's hot.
You should feel like you're inside an oven right now.
Celsius or Fahrenheit, doesn't matter. Right?
Very warm. Otherwise, beautiful afternoon for baseball. Let's play 2. Second game coming up a little later on this afternoon. 2 on, 2 out. Sadler Goodwin to the plate for the Barnstormers. A 1-ball count. And that one just catches a sliver of the outside part of the plate. Justin Van Horn says strike. That was very close. A bit of a boost there for Enriquez. 1-1 the count. Spencer Moran on deck. Here's the 1-1 delivery, and this goes high. 2 balls and a strike. But as you mentioned, Ed, lots of pitches in this inning alone for Enriquez.
Had trouble finding the plate from the very get-go of first batter.
27th pitch of this inning alone coming up here. Outside, slider outside the zone once again. 3 balls and a strike to Sadler Goodwin. He was hit by a pitch last inning. A promising 5th inning for the Barnstormers, and, well, they did score a couple to tie it up. He's also flown out to center field.
Projecting his pitch count, if he pitched 9 innings at this pace, he'd be throwing 252 pitches.
That's it.
That's it. Accurate.
Quality day at work. 3-1 the count on Goodwin. Enriquez looking back at second. And the delivery's high. Ball 4, and the bases are loaded. 4 walks this inning alone for Enriquez. He has walked Fukuda, Wagner, Constantino, and Goodwin. And now manager comes out, and that will be the end of the line for Enriquez. And not a pretty line, but certainly helped by that 9-5 double play.
Well, I was just going to mention, I hate to mention it, but if Fukuda did not try to advance to third, he would have scored by now. He would have been walked in. But you can't live in the past, I think someone said a few minutes ago.
And this inning still lives. Still only 2 outs. 2 outs, bases loaded. Brad Greaveson is coming into relief duty here for the Barrie Baycats.
And Greaveson has a 3.60 ERA, 0-1, a 1.60 whip. and he will be turning 45 years old.
Oh, my goodness.
In November. I'm not sure. Would he be the oldest player in the league?
Well, you've got Rodney, Francisco
okay.
Rodney. Yeah, so
he's 49, 48,
he's
Rodney.
48, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. I forgot about Rodney.
Well, he's sad to hear you say that.
Yeah, well, I haven't forgotten him as being a Tiger, one of my favorite pitchers.
Greaveson coming in, 45 years old. He does have one of the best beards, if not the best beard in all of the IBL.
Yeah.
We'll give him that.
I think I remember him pitching here last year. And that was a long time ago, so that's why I'm thinking I remember.
Greaveson comes in. Again, 2-2 ball game, bottom of the sixth. This sixth inning seems like it's taken a long time.
Yeah, that 42-pitch game seems to be a distant memory now.
Top of the first, and Brock Whitson, who started for the Barnstormers, just 6 pitches to get through that first inning. And really, things have moved on fairly quickly from then. We've been playing baseball for an hour and 49 minutes. Bottom of the sixth. Again, this is a 7-inning ball game, as is the one that will follow this. A few minutes after the completion of this ball game. Greaveson in the game. Brad Greaveson in relief for the Baycats. Bases loaded of Barnstormers. 2 out, and Spencer Moore in. First pitch, he swings and he fouls it back behind us. Strike 1.
Big difference in velocity between two pitchers. The Barnstormers would be wise to lay back, wait for the pitch.
This one line to left center field, moving over. It's going to fall in for a base hit. 1 run scores. 2-run score. Getting the rave. 3 ones come in for the Barnstormers. A 3-run double for Spencer Morin. And the Barnstormers have a 5-2 lead in the bottom of the 6th inning. Talk about clutch. Spencer Morin greets Greaveson with a double the other way to left center.
He has been invaluable to the Barnstormers. They started a very quiet role last year as being a 4th outfielder and has steadily improved and he always contributes.
Massive hit there from Spencer Morin. And here's Torin Vasilenik trying to get him home. Scoring position. He stands at second base. 3-run double for Spencer Morin. And a 5-2 lead for the Barnstormers.
Big hit. Really a big hit.
Look back at second. And this one a little bit inside from Greaveson.
Peter Cobb's up here in our booth. He must think the game's over.
That's right. Well, he wants to go to Mike's place.
Yeah.
And they're not even open for another 3 hours.
At 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Look back at second once again. Pitch from Greaveson. This one hit fairly well to left center field. It's deep. It's deep. It is off the wall. An RBI extra base hit going towards third. And he will be in there to slide. Vasilenik, an RBI triple. 6-2 Chatham-Kent in the bottom of the 6th.
Well, we've been talking for a week now about timely hits, and we, with the help of some wild pitches and a few walks, we got 2 timely hits. And that's what a team needs throughout the whole year, and different people contributing. I'm glad to see Vasilenik being able to hit that ball. It's been a true Barnstormer over 2 seasons.
Doing whatever they ask him to do.
Yeah.
We've seen him do a number of different things.
Short pitch, right field, third base. He's contributed.
Back to the top of the order. The 8th batter of this inning is Evan Morrison. 4 runs in for the Barnstormers, all with 2 outs. Since that double play from right field, a walk, a 3-run double and an RBI triple. 6-2 CK with a lead. 1-1, the count. And this one does catch the inside part of the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Evan Morrison. He's got 2 hits so far in this one, double and a single.
Seems like we've had 2 outs for a long time, too.
Seems like we started this half inning about 3 hours ago. This one slapped the other way to short. Not an easy play. Picked up, long throw to first, and not in time. An infield single and an RBI infield single for Evan Morrison as Vasilevich comes in to score. This inning keeps getting better for the Barnstormers. 5 runs in this bottom of the 6th and a 7-2 lead.
9th batter coming up.
So make it a bat around. Spencer Marcus, swing and a miss. He was going for the gap on that swing. 9th batter of this inning. 5 come in. This one, good movement on that pitch, in on the hands of Marcus. Seven to 2 lead for the Barnstormers. Bottom of the 6th, first of a doubleheader. 0-2 the count on Spencer Marcus. Fouled off, still 0-2.
An exciting inning. I'd say a very unusual inning. Lots of base runners. We thought we were out of it with the throw it at third base, and we rallied back.
0-2, it's in the dirt, and the stolen base will happen at second base, and a little collision there between catcher and the batter Marcus, as Marcus gets a little mixed up there with Tyler Plumpton.
Ball was inside a bit. Marcus was in the batter's box and didn't make any attempt to interfere, and Plumpton had to go to his left to get the ball, and attempting to come up, ran into Marcus, so it's no fault, no foul, basically.
This one popped up shallow right field. Marcus goes the other way, and that one's going to be caught. And finally ending this bottom of the 6th inning. 5-run innings for CK on a whole bunch of walks, aiding the way. We go to the top of the 7th, and the Barnstormers have a 7-2 lead. Trying to close this one out, the first of a doubleheader at Fergie Jenkins Field. It's Barnstormers TV with Kent Essex Mutual Insurance Company.
Get ready, Hamilton. It's the 2025 IBL Home Run Derby and All-Star Game. Hosted by the Hamilton Cardinals at beautiful Barrie Arbor Stadium. Watch the league's top sluggers crush moonshots in the Derby. Then see the best of the best go head-to-head under the lights in the All-Star Game. Grab your tickets now at HamiltonCardinals.com, because this summer, the stars shine brightest in Hamilton.
Whether personal, agricultural, or commercial, Inyo Pest Advisors are here. Inyo. Bigger than bugs.
Hard-line drive up the middle. Whoa! Lindor out of nowhere. How did he do that?
That Lindor can play. I don't know about that hair. And don't get me started on those gloves.
I don't know. I kind of like it.
It's time for a revolution. The Ref 1X by Rollins.
Top of the 7th inning. Top of the 7th inning, but it's like the 9th inning in this shortened ball game, the first of a doubleheader. And what a bottom of the 6th we had here for CK offensively.
It certainly was. We rallied. We had a couple of walks, a bunt, throw it at third base. We thought we were in trouble. We started up again with more walks and 2 timely hits by Moran and Morrison put us ahead. And it was quite an inning. Put us well ahead, actually, 7-2. You can never have enough runs going into the last inning of any game, regardless of how many innings.
What a job in relief for Aiden Ryan, too. As he came in, the third inning he came in. Brock Whitson started this ball game for the Barnstormers.
I think it was in the third, yes.
Yeah. And this pitch from Boylan sent the other way to right field. Long chase for it in foul territory, and that's going to be well foul.
Right.
2 balls and a strike.
Morin gets chasing balls. You might see him appear on the other side of the fence. He might go through it. He doesn't slow down for fences.
He'll just start scaling it and keep running in the foul territory, in the parking lot. Here's the 2-1. Strike 2 called. Back on even terms, 2 balls, 2 strikes on Boylan. Austin Boylan, Tyler Plumpton, James Anderson, 7-8-9 in the order for the Baycats in this top of the 7th. 2-2 pitch, strike 3 called. He struck him out. And Ryan just getting stronger as his relief appearance continues.
Really good curveball. Sharp breaking, late breaking curveball on the outside part of the plate. There should be no argument about the fact that it was a strike. It wasn't even marginal. I think he was fooled on the pitch.
Expecting something else entirely.
Yeah, I think so.
Here's Tyler Plumpton, your catcher. He swings at the first pitch and fouls it back. He's flown out to right, and he hit into a double play last time up. The old 4-6-3 he put out. Strike 1.
He's got to be getting tired. He caught 9 innings last night and 6 tonight so far, 6 this afternoon.
0-1 pitch, a ground ball left-hand side. That's going to get through between third and short into left field. And a base hit for Tyler Plimpton. Plumpton with his first hit of the night. Or the afternoon, I should say.
I made the same mistake.
We had some morning baseball, too. We're seeing
Fahrenheit, Celsius. Well, we're all friends here. We can get through it.
Now we're up to 33 Celsius.
Uh-oh.
Which is?
I blew away. I never saw it again. Was that it there? No.
No. It's blew away.
I know where it is. I think it's under where that crevice is under the
92 Fahrenheit.
Okay. I know how I feel when it's 92.
Is it uncomfortable?
Yes.
Yeah, it's uncomfortably hot. And we haven't hit the hottest part of the day, nor our second day of the doubleheader just yet. So Plumpton with the base hit. Now Jones is the pinch runner. We saw him last night. Yeah, Safa Jones came in an injury in the first inning last night. So he's at first. Pitch from Ryan, swing and a miss from Anderson. He starts him off with a strike.
Did we ever hear anything official on their 2 injuries? Other than I heard via the grapevine that it was a knee injury to Williams and that the other was a hamstring pull.
Nothing officially official. Strike 1 pitch and followed up with strike 2. Another one right in the heart of the plate from Aiden Ryan on James Anderson. Striking out Boylan. Now a single from Plumpton. James Anderson 1 on, 1 out. Quick over at first base. Jones, pinch runner. Here's the pitch, getting a little bit of it. Pitch on the hands from Anderson, gets a little bit of lumber on it. And it remains no balls and 2 strikes. 7-2 lead for the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers. 2 outs away from a victory in the first of a doubleheader. The game originally scheduled at 2 p.m. start time. Get maybe confirmation on that. 0-2 pitch once again. This sails outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, throw strikes. Make him hit it. Well, we have 9 players on the team.
They can chase after it.
Yeah, I just noticed. I heard Dan up there. We've been out hit by one hit, 7 hits to 6.
That's right. Swing and a miss. Anderson strikes out.
And that's exactly what he did. He threw the ball. Let it fly.
1 out away from a victory for the Barnstormers here this afternoon. And back to the top of the order, trying to keep this alive here for the Barrie Baycats. And it's Brandon Hernandez trying to keep this one going. 0 for 3 so far at the top of the order for Hernandez. First pitch from Aiden Ryan, and big cut at it there. Gets a piece of it, fouls it back to the backstop.
Smiling because Fukuda's getting used to the brick wall behind him. Get the foul ball, so I'm holding his glove out in case it came back and hit his glove.
It's almost like a 10th outfielder,
well,
10th fielder.
It takes getting used to, especially if you're a catcher and the ball gets away from you. You're not expecting it to hit the wall, the brick,
right,
and go bounding by you. It's like a bricklayer's lament.
Makes the baseball like a happy fun ball almost.
Yeah.
Bounces all over the place. 1 ball and 1 strike as Aiden Ryan doesn't get the call on that one. Yeah, 7 runs, 6 hits for the Barnstormers, 2 runs, 7 hits for the Baycats. And Chatham-Kent helped out a lot by the 4 walks that they got in the bottom of the 6th, leading to 5 runs overall. And the lead. 1-1 pitch from Ryan. This one fouled off the other way by Hernandez. And now Aiden Ryan of the Barnstormers 1 strike away from claiming the middle game of this 3-game series between these two clubs.
One more hook. I would hope that he would throw one more, see what happens.
Crowd slowly
it's picked up, hasn't
intensifying, yeah, as this game has gone along. Again, at 11 a.m. start. And game number 2 scheduled for just a little bit from now. Ryan set. 1-2 pitch. And this one is skied off to the left-hand side. Not a lot of room, and well foul now off to the third base side.
Vasilevsky decided to climb the fence there. Had an interesting talk with him last week. There was a luncheon at the Red Barn in Blenheim area, and he's a farm boy from Alberta.
Right.
Yeah, he makes no bones about it. It was an interesting conversation.
Must have loved Red Barn.
Yep.
That
he spoke there and spoke very well.
1-2 pitch. Runner going to second, and that's going to be a stolen base for Tyler Plumpton. I believe Fukuda was maybe wanting a strike called there, didn't get it, and just did not get much on that throw down to second. So kind of not something you realize from Fukuda. Not every throw is going to be perfect.
It's been automatic this year.
Yeah.
But I think they should be focusing on things other than the runner out there right now. Focus on the batter with 2 outs.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2-2 pitch on the way from Aiden Ryan. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Game over. Barnstormers win 7-2 to kick off this doubleheader on this Sunday afternoon. Big win for CK, and a great job by number 15, Aiden Ryan, coming in relief back in the 3rd inning. And he threw up a whole bunch of zeros right when the Barnstormers needed it, and the offense took over the latter part of this game.
He stopped the momentum, pitched very well out of the jam in the 3rd, and continued to pitch well through the end of the game. He very consistent in his pitching, and struck him out with a sharp breaking curveball, which was also impressive.
Great Lakes Gymnastics post-game show, a short one here, as we'll get ready for game number 2 of this doubleheader in just a few minutes. But we got timely hitting. We got some great pitching. Broderick Whitson, again, he battled. He battled in that first part of that ball game. He got taken out in the 3rd inning. But give props to Whitson for starting this ball game, and Aiden Ryan finishing it in the bullpen. And again, that very impressive bottom of the 6th. 4 walks, 5 runs cashed in by the Barnstormers. And they get a 7-2 win as we're getting ready to send it to field level. And Peter Cobb.
Peter Cobb is on the field with a clutch hitter. Peter, take it away.
Test one. Oh, there we go. Technology. You know, the heat's getting to me. I forgot the Barnstormer hat. I got my grade 10 history teacher, Big Mac, right there. Hey, folks, the pride of LaSalle, Ontario, right here, Spencer Warren. You know, we had great pitching. Whitson and Ryan today were marvelous. I got to give a shout out to our second baseman. There you go, Pops. Hey, Spencer, walk us through that at-bat. I mean, it's a 2-2 ball game. Bases loaded, 2 are out, and you're coming to the plate, new pitcher.
Yeah, so I know it's an important situation in the game. I got to get some good approaches when he was taking his reps, and I just wanted to see a ball I could hit and try to drive it the other way, and luckily I was able to do that.
Yeah, you want to believe it. And listen, kid, you in right field, you got you get it down out there. You got a cannon just like your center fielder. Feeling pretty comfortable out there.
Yeah. No, Spencer's a great role model, so I try to do what he does, and it's been working out for me. So I'm intended on keeping doing that. So.
Number 25, folks, Spencer Moran.
All right, fans, if you
Thank
are
you,
still
Peter
here,
Cobb.
just stick around
Spencer
the
Moran,
game.
the hero in this one offensively. He had the huge hit back in the bottom of the 6th inning, a 3-run double after a whole bunch of walks. And now we're just getting the word from Dan Dominguez. 1:40 will be the first pitch of the doubleheader, so that'll be 20 minutes earlier than the scheduled 2 p.m. That was from the scheduled time, the beginning of the season. So from that rain out on Friday, a few things are changing. So 1:40 will be the opening pitch for the second half of the doubleheader. But as I was mentioning, Spencer Moran, that huge double, and it was a no-doubter. He spanked that the other way for that double and brought in 3 runs, and the Barnstormers win.
Big at bat, big for the team. I mentioned at the time, he has simply steadily improved from the very first game he's played. Started as a reserve outfielder last year, worked his way into the starting position, finished really strong. He's done so many good things for the Barnstormers this year. We're laughing about him chasing fly balls on right field. Fences don't seem to slow him down. He goes right into the fence or through it if necessary. Very scrappy player who's delivered some key hits, bunts, fields well, and obviously is a valued member of the Barnstormers.
So Moran, a 3-run double. And, hey, let's talk about Torin Vasilenic. That was a big hit as well. Another insurance run, that RBI triple that he had that followed that big hit from Moran.
And he certainly got all of it. You can never get enough runs in that situation, and especially things have been pretty quiet with the bats last night and today. And they sort of broke open the gap with the encouragement of 4 walks. We're able to have a big inning.
Barnstormers win the middle game of this 3-game series, 7-2, the final, and the first of this doubleheader at Fergie Jenkins Field. It's Aiden Ryan, great job in relief. He gets the win for the Barnstormers, and Hernandez with the loss for the Barrie Baycats, and the player of the game, Spencer Moran, 7-2 win for the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers. And the rubber match is coming up here in just a few minutes. We don't have to wait very long. First pitch in about 28 minutes from now. And we will have that for you. So stick around right here on this YouTube channel. We'll come back and we will have the game coming up on a separate stream. So we'll say so long for now, but only so long for a few minutes, as we'll have a 1:40 first pitch between the Barnstormers and the Barrie Baycats to wrap up this 3-game set. On behalf of Ed Myers and Cole Dupuis, Dan Dominguez, our statistician, my name is Mike Renier. Final score for Game 1 of this doubleheader, it's the Barnstormers 7 and the Baycats 2.